definitely have a leak somewhere because this corn was not here last night when we left. I called in ahead, so my parts are just sticking out right there for me. Okay. Lift with all of your back, no legs. Oh. These ones have handles. Okay, so we're trying to dry our last 2 loads of corn. This bottom burner, the temperature thing is not working. We got sunrise here, we have gearing off here. And we've got Mike here looking at our grain bins. This is the first issue we've had with the Gearinghoff head. There was a gearbox that went out in it, but the gearbox is under warranty, so we put a new one on, and it was kind of fun watching the process, learning more about this header that I'm using. Okay, the rain is not messing around at the moment. Just got a hold of everyone. We're planning on running tomorrow at 10 a.m. So hopefully this does not amount to much. Doesn't look super promising. The outfit is very much giving lumberjack. Looks like we might be rained out again today. I'm going to do a little bit tree cutting. Don't worry, I have gloves. I just haven't put them on yet. First up, this little guy. Okay, this one looked smaller when I was up in the combine, but we'll see what we can get done. It is definitely pretty soggy around here. This is the second load, swapped out my dad's truck for my truck because it has a bigger bed. Just have this much more to cut up. Okay, Dad pointed out a couple little ones at this farm, so we can get these. Okay, now this one is just right in a ditch. Wish the township would have cut it for us, but we have tile in this field, so when I get this baby cut, should have cut it 2 years ago. Okay, she's a little overloaded, but I just need to go to there. It is 11. I am just putting the batteries on the charger. Got the trees I wanted to get down cut. There's definitely a few more. There's gonna be a lot more, but a few more that I already know of. But I walked out in 2 of the fields that we've been in for corn. And I think if we got some sun for a few hours, they would go. Didn't gum up my boots or anything, so just a little, it's a little smeary on top, but not bad. And the beans are turning fast. I think there are a handful of places that we could cut beans now, so that is great too. But it's gonna be a while until that's really fit to start cutting, just because they've soaked up that moisture. There's no time better than the present, I guess. Oh. We'll start with the easy ones. It out to a field. It's getting kind of sunny out and a little hot, so I think we should be fine to run. My snack today, I'm having Chobani yogurt. It looks like I'm having a ton, but it was just the bottom and I didn't feel like getting it into a different cup. Okay, this is us dumping on the go for the first time of the day. It took 3 minutes from the time that we started unloading to when we were finished unloading. I've had a few people ask, is a grain cart really necessary? So if you just think about, okay, I'm saving 3 minutes of needing to stop and unload, that really adds up, but also you can unload while you're also shelling. That adds even more time saving, and then it's a lot more efficient because you don't have to stop at a certain spot in the field, back up, drive to an end where a truck's at, stuff like that. So I'd love to know exactly how much time and fuel is saved running a grain cart, but I don't have that information, but that would be really fun to track. I'm sure if you just did a bunch of calculating, you could estimate it pretty easily. Now, we've been dumping at about 3.5 to 4 miles per hour. Since we don't have machine sync when we're doing corn, we pretty much just pick a speed and agree to go that speed. When I am driving the cart, I just count 5 rows, and then my front right tire should be right past the 5th row, and then I look into this mirror to make sure I am in the middle where I ought to be. Currently, I have JD filling up the dryer, starting that. I have Greg in this truck. We have George over there. George needs to leave at 5, so I have Colin coming after school, and I think we should be able to run pretty efficiently. So in terms of who can do what, we almost always have George in the combine when he's running because he is 86. It's just easier to keep him in there. He doesn't have to do a lot of moving around. We always have JD at the dryer. The dryer is quirky. Our dryer is a farm fan. It was a prototype, and then the following year after it was made, they were bought out by GSI. So it is just its own quirky little thing. And so JD's the expert on it. He just stays with the dryer and maintains that. Greg can't run the combine. He just hasn't ever been taught, but he can do the cart and he can haul. And then Colin, I don't let him drive the semis just because he's 16. I don't want to have that added liability on the road, so he runs the grain cart. And then once we get some acres off, I'll have Colin switch to working ground if we can keep up in the corn. If we can't keep up in the corn, when we are shelling beans, I will work some ground early in the mornings, and then I'll have Colin work ground when he is available, since he's not available during the day, since he has to like go to school. Okay, I am in the combine. We have Colin in the grain cart. George just left. We have JD drying and Greg hauling. We will see if we can keep up. We weren't able to keep up for the last couple of rounds. Combine was sitting just a little bit, but that's just because it's yielding so well. It's yielding fine. Pretty good. Pretty average. A little bit above average. Okay, so now we are in the portion of the field that was sprayed with a fungicide. I'm not seeing like a huge bump in yield yet. Also, like I'm just getting the instant yield, so it's not like I'm getting, real-time hard data. I'll have to wait till the whole field is off. But I will say the thing that I am noticing is we had some corn that was going down on the other side, like just 2%, like just some stalks here and there starting to tip over. But in this portion, I am not seeing that. For this rock. This is one of our longest rounds fields, and it's annoying because I'm like trying to meet him halfway, but it's just not super efficient. And it wouldn't really help if I don't really know a different way to make it easier. We were just trying to dump on the go, and for some reason it was not dumping. Stopped. I'm gonna have him turn around, and I'm just gonna try dumping in the spot I'm at. I hope this isn't an issue. This won't be fun. Okay, that didn't work, and it also says that I'm 0% full. Can confirm this is full. It says it's empty. Okay, I have JD here at the field now. I did get one code that came up, but yeah, auger will not unload. Okay, so it says main gear case pressure sensor error, so we'll see what that's about. Honestly, it's kind of shocking that we're on day 8 and we've only had one big fix. Not a big fix, but like one fix, and so if we have another one, that's not shocking. Okay, it is 8 p.m. This is the first kind of real bummer of harvest. At first I just figured that was that shear pin, put a new one on, it immediately broke. Belt doesn't seem like it even wants to try. Auger seems like it's super full. So kind of past our pay grade. We're gonna call the mechanic in the morning and hopefully we can get her running tomorrow.